the content type element defines a complete type that's basically like a class in programming constructs. So like in C#, you would have a class, object-oriented programming class. That's what the content type is. And also like classes, content types support a form of inheritance. So they're a type and they support inheritance, but the way they do it is via the ID attribute. So the way the hierarchy works is 0x is for system, and then 0x01 is item, and then 0x0101 is document. So 0x is the root type of all content types, and then you have the system, item, document, and then it goes down to picture. If you wanted to extend, let's say for example you have a custom document, you could, the way that works, the way you would extend it would be to, you would put in 0x0101 for document, and then after that last one you would just put 00. Then using the GUID tool in Visual Studio would generate the new GUID, get rid of the curly braces, and then that would be your new ID, and that would let SharePoint know that you've created a new content type that inherits from the document content type. And then content types also have field refs that identify columns. So those field refs, they're called field refs because they're referencing fields, right? So just like the field that we just created as a site column, a field ref would reference that. So in this demo, we're going to go ahead and we're going to build on the previous exercise that we did of building the site column, and we're going to, in the custom field, and we're going to define a content type that includes that favorite color column. So we're going to build on this solution that we have going so far for this favorite color, only this time we're going to add a new project, and we'll call it favorite color content type. And same as before, we'll delete this. We're just using Visual Studio as our editor here because we're not using solutions yet. We're just doing the raw features. So I'm going to copy these files over just so I have the format. We're going to change them a little bit. So this one, we'll just make it, change the ID. We need to change the GUID so it's unique, so we'll make that a 0. And then I'm going to go ahead and we'll call it, this feature, we'll call it color demo content type. And scope is site, so that's good. And we want it to point to elements.xml, so that's good. Close that one. And let's make sure we got the right elements.xml. Okay, so we have this one here. So we want to get rid of the field element. We don't need that. And we're going to use a content type element. And we need to give it the ID. ID equals, so 0x01 is for item. And so we're going to inherit from item, so we need to put 0, 0, and then our new GUID. So I'll go ahead and create a new GUID. New GUID, copy. Paste that in, we'll get rid of the curly braces. Save that. And for the name, we'll call it color item. And group, we'll call the group my types. Let's close that out. Next thing we need to do is this content type is going to reference the field we just created, so we need to create a field refs element. Put that in, and then we'll add the instance of the field ref. It's nice to have IntelliSense. Field ref ID equals, we'll leave that blank for now, and then name equals favorite color. And let's go back to that field here. So name is favorite color, that matches up, and we need that ID. That ID is what this field ref is going to reference for that field. And so now we have everything we need. So one more thing I noticed in the ID, before we copy this over, the ID of the content type, we use the GUID generator tool. And for content type IDs, we need to remove the dashes. Remove the squigglies, but now we got to remove the dashes. Or the curlies, I mean. We removed the curlies, now we got to remove the dashes. Save that. So now this looks good. Now we should be able to have everything we need to have this content type packaged up in the feature. So let's go, I'll open this up so we can copy these files, and I'll put them in the 15 folder under features, favorite color, content type. So got that there. Now I'm going to start up the SharePoint PowerShell, and we'll run install SP feature and features favorite color content type. Okay, that's installed successfully, so exit from here. Now we'll go into site settings of our site. Go to site collection features. This is a site collection level feature, and here's our content type here. So I'm going to go to activate that. It's activated. So now I'm going to go back to site settings and look at the site content types, and then we just need to verify that it's been created. Okay, sometimes this doesn't happen because SharePoint is caching. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a command prompt, and I'm going to run this as administrator. And I'm just going to run is reset. Close this, and while we're doing that as well, while we're waiting for that, I'm going to run Fiddler, and just to clear my browser cache out, just in case that was cached in the browser, clear that out. Okay, so that looks like IS has been restarted, so let's open back up. It's going to take it some time to get there because it's warming everything up again on the server. We stopped and restarted all the application pools. Okay, now I'm going to go back to site settings, go to site content types, and here it is. Here's our content type that we created, and you can see it's got our favorite color field that we had. Since we inherited from the item content type and it comes with the title field, that's why title is there, and then here's our favorite color field, that's site column that we created earlier.